public with this Zoom meeting live. And because I'm really not sure where these start, I'm curious to know. This will be our first go around of the live. It's kind of a hot mic there, huh? Just doing a quick test. Hope nobody minds if I test this real quick. How about that? Better? All right. So I'm hoping that's a little bit better. So we are live on YouTube for the first time. Thank you for bearing with me. What we are doing here for the book club is going through Death in the Silent Places. I don't know if you can really see that. Trying to get that just right. I'm going to go ahead and mute my secondary here. Move it over. Okay, so we are going to go through Death in the Silent Places by Capstick. Oh, I just read his name a minute ago. Peter Hathaway Capstick. This really is not a long book. About 258 pages for me. I don't know how many different versions there are. I know there are several in this sort of series. I was hoping I could potentially find the list. Trying to see, but I think Death in the Long Grass is the one before this. And then there's, I actually found the next in the series, I believe, at a bookstore the other day. I just didn't feel the need to pick it up because I haven't even read this one. So this looks like a pretty good book. I don't have a dust cover on it. So I'm sure somebody else has a much nicer version, but I just got this used on Amazon. So I'll just do a quick intro to this book for the club. Right now, it looks like it's just going to be me. I started a little bit late just to see if anybody would file in, but that's okay. It is the introduction to this, and we're also starting now an hour earlier at 8 p.m. instead of 9 o'clock. So what I'm thinking we're going to do, let me open up my plan here. Like David and I talked about the last couple of times, I think we're going to ease up on trying to finish books within just a month. And that was actually almost a month ago that we last did a show or anything. It's been June and July have certainly been an interesting time. So it's good to finally be getting back into this, and hopefully we can draw some attention and get some people going. So I'm hoping to make some more graphics, especially graphics with quotes over the course of potentially this book, but also some of the other books I'm reading. I just finished Atomic Habits today, which is one of the foundational books of the Catalyst Book Club that I'm in with some other people. So that one, I just put it up, like I said, just finished it today, but I'll start going through some other stuff like Principles by Ray Dalio. I was actually, just before I hopped on here, I picked up The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe again. So that it should be a quick read. I'll probably finish it before the end of the week, but just wanted to kind of rehash on this one. I've read the first one and I think the fourth one. Yeah, I accidentally read just on a whim Prince Caspian, and then I was not going in order. So I decided to go back, and I think I read, what's the other one? I'm forgetting what's before this. Oh, The Magician's Nephew. That's what it is, with all the teleporting rings and stuff. So I figure I'll now try and actually go in order and finish the series, which I never did. I only ever read this one and I think one other one, maybe. Maybe I read The Magician's Nephew a long time ago, but anyway, we are not covering that. We are covering Death in the Silent Places. So this book, I went ahead and wrote out a plan. Like I said, this is not going to be strictly adhered to. Typically, the plan is just so everybody knows where I'm going to be. Typically, it's usually around 7 to 10 pages a day. It gets us through the book, but I try and fall on like the chapters markings, instead of just exactly 7 or 10 pages, to try and get through the chapter markings or decent headers or anything. So this book does have 7 chapters. The first 6 are about 40-ish on average, about 40 or 50 pages. So we'll go through those. And then when we have the last chapter is only about 20 pages, we'll do that one as sort of like a sort of like a fifth week, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sort of the fifth week, and we'll start looking for our next book to go through together during that week with the lighter reading. So, or you can always, if you're finishing faster, great. If you're finishing slower, then you've got time to catch up that week as well. So what I'm thinking is we'll do these in like I said, a 5-week chunk, and then we'll take a break week. That way, anybody that's ordering books from any secondhand stores like Thrift Books or Amazon Used or whatever, anything like that, we'll have plenty of time, and we'll have time to put some more suggestions, give it time for people to post, vote on it. I can research all the books and then figure out what we're going to read. So I'm pretty excited for this. The last 2 books we did were Libido Dominandi by E. Michael Jones. And then the second one we did was Unseen Warfare by Lorenzo Scapoli, I think, and then was edited by 2 other monks. So those were very spiritually based. A lot of history and a lot of scripture analysis. This one is much different. I do believe these are historical accounts of historical accounts of like man-eating beasts, lions, tigers, bears, jaguars, hunters, all kinds of interesting stuff. So apparently these are pretty gruesome and pretty intense. So I'm looking forward to the change of pace that we're having here. I think it will be a fun one. And I'm sure there are life lessons to be learned in here somewhere. And if not, it will just be a very exciting read. But we did have several bears that suggested this and said that it was going to be a lot of fun. So there was actually quite a few that have read this. So I'm hoping we'll see some of them in our chats. But like I said, what we'll do for the plan is we'll go through chapters 1 and 2 for this coming week. Then we'll do chapters 3 and 4 for the next week. And then as we lead into August, we'll do chapter 5. And then the first week in August, we'll do chapter 6. And then the second week in August, we will do chapter 7 and find the new book. And then basically break week. And that last week in August, we'll probably start the next book or have a discussion about whatever. But the break week, we always, David and I usually meet and chat anyway. Like I said, this last 3 or 4 weeks or so have just been all over with Father's Day and all kinds of other stuff. So, and 4th of July fell on Sunday, so we missed that. But anyway, so we've had a few weeks without, and 1 week where I just wasn't prepared. We probably could have started a week earlier, but then we would have had to have taken a break anyway. So for the holiday, so I'm not too worried about it. I think we're starting clean. And I think, like I said, we'll take about 5 weeks to get through this, 4 if you're able to finish up 20 pages faster than that. But like I said, don't feel like you have to hold to that. You can finish this as quick or as slow as you want. That's about what I'm going to do. That averages just about 10 pages for the first 2 weeks per day, 10 pages per day. And then the third week will be, it's really only about 40 pages. So that one will be a little bit faster. Second week is about 50 pages, or excuse me, the fourth week is about 50 pages. And the fifth week, wow. First week, 70. Second week, 70. Third week, 40. Fourth week, 50. And fifth week, 20 pages. I don't know why that was so difficult. I just got a lot of numbers written down here. So yeah, we'll do now through August, and should be reading about 10 pages a day to start. Should be a pretty exciting read. I guarantee you we'll just fly through these, even though they're a little bigger. This is about the same size in overall volume of Libido Dominandi, but these pages definitely only contain like 3/4 of the information. So, but this should be a fun read, like I said. Anyway, that's really about all I've got. If you joined us for Unseen Warfare, thank you. I don't know how many people really hopped on. Stephen recommended that book. It was really good. I actually have gone back once or twice and flipped open to some of my notations and just kind of read through some stuff or shared a quote with my other book club. It just, that was a really great suggestion. So I'm hoping this will be likewise, especially since several people in the group have read it and have read Death in the Long Grass as well. So this should be pretty great. And then we'll figure out where we want to go with the next one. I'm open to all kinds of stuff. We got a lot of good suggestions that we will certainly be reviewing. We may do that Japanese wisdom book that the other gentleman recommended for this past time. So hope you all stay tuned. And if you end up watching this, if you watched it live, which I don't think anybody did, looks like maybe one person might be online. If you're online, thank you. This is kind of a test, more so an introduction video. It's going to be short. So thanks for hopping on. We'll see if we can get some other people hopping on for an actual live chat next week. And like I said, I'll update with some quotations and get some more heads up for people next time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you next week. Same time, same place, 8 o'clock Sunday night. And I hope everybody has a great week. Thanks for joining. Bye.